Hello, thank you for joining the Financial Planning Association of Georgia today. My name is Tracy Ann Gordonier, and I am the NexGen chair for the Board of Directors. We wanted to bring this presentation to you so that you could have the best experience at your upcoming career fair. Hopefully you'll find the information useful, and we look forward to seeing you at the fair and all of our upcoming events. So let's go ahead and get started. There's some confusion about what all the paths are for an advisor. Many of the names sound similar, and even experienced professionals don't have a clear understanding of what the differences are. So let me cover some of the basics because you will meet employers from each of these types of companies at the career fair. The first one is Registered Investment Advisors, or RIAs. They have a fiduciary duty to their clients, which means that they have a fundamental obligation to provide suitable investment advice and to always act in the best interest of their clients. The next two are both broker-dealers, and a broker-dealer is a firm that's in the business of both buying and selling securities. So they operate as a broker when they're executing trades on behalf of their clients, and they're a dealer when they're trading in their own accounts. A wirehouse would be a large firm that has a worldwide presence, such as Morgan Stanley or Merrill Lynch, whereas an independent broker-dealer, or an IBD, was created to appeal to registered representatives who carry the Series 6 or 7 licenses and need some back office support for compliance and trading. These firms usually cater to more experienced advisors who generate high streams of revenue and can afford to pay their own overhead and marketing expenses. The next two, insurance companies and banks, are fairly self-explanatory, but I did want to point out one thing. For insurance companies, you may run into a company that has either active agent or captive agents or independent agents. So a captive agent is someone who only works for that company and can only sell that insurance company's products, whereas an independent agent or broker can offer products from many different companies. And then on the right-hand side, you can see the different ways that an advisor might be paid. So a commissioned advisor will earn a percentage of the revenue that they generate or the products that they sell, whereas the bottom one is fee only, and those advisors are only paid based on the advice that they provide, or they may earn a percentage of the assets that they have under management. And then the middle one is fee-based, and a fee-based advisor would be a combination of both commissioned and fee only. So they may earn commissions on the products that they sell, and then they may also charge their clients a fee for the advice that they're providing. Before you attend the fair, we encourage you to research all of the potential employers. You'll receive a list from us of everyone who will be there, and even though you may have identified some employers already that you'd like to work for, we really encourage you to take the time to research everyone who will be there, because there may be a company that you're not familiar with who is a great match for you. So take the time to run through and answer these questions for every employer that'll be there. So understand what their investment philosophy is. So for example, are they active or passive managers? What their fee structure is. So how does the firm get paid? How do you get paid? The types of clients that they serve, what the demographics of the staff are, what a career path would look like with that company, and then how much assets under management do they have. So how much assets of their clients are they managing, and that'll give you a good idea of the size of the firm. So after you've done all this research, hopefully you have some questions that have already come to mind, and come up with one or two questions that you really want answered by the employer. If you're asking questions just for the sake of asking questions, the interviewer will be able to tell that you're doing that. So if you haven't come up with anything based on your research, then go a step further and look at some news articles about the company or some blog posts that the company has put out themselves, and that might give you an idea of some questions to ask. Next, you want to take some time to practice communicating who you are. So prepare an elevator speech that answers who are you, what do you do, and what you're looking for. This should communicate who you are clearly and concisely. The important thing with this is to make sure it sounds authentic. So every time you say it, it sounds like it's the first time that you've said it. And that really takes some practice. So practice out loud, practice when you're driving to work, practice in front of the mirror. I like to record myself that I can listen back and see what mistakes I've made, and then just keep practicing. I know it can seem a little awkward to do this when you're alone, and it might not sound as smooth and authentic as you want it to, but once you've practiced it so much, then it just becomes part of who you are. So when you actually are saying it to another person, it really does sound genuine. All right, so you've done all of that and you've made it to the career day. We want you to be the best that you can be, so make sure you dress in comfortable business attire. So it should be something that you've worn before, or if you buy a new outfit for the career day, make sure you wear it in advance. Make sure it's comfortable for a longer period of time, because if you're not comfortable with yourself, then that'll be noticeable. The last thing that I want to show you today are these videos that are going to cover just some tips on interacting with other people, networking, conversation starters, and body language. There's some great tips here, and I'm just going to go ahead and play those, and that'll be the end of the presentation. But if you have any questions, send us an email, comment on this video, and we will respond as quickly as possible. But I'm going to let these videos play, and the links will be below. And good luck at the fair.